You need people like me. You need people like me so you can point your fingers and say, that's the bad guy.
Told me that her stuffed animals were non-binary. I'm like, here we go. Here we go. And I said, okay, well, what does that mean? She goes, they don't feel like a boy and they don't feel like a girl. I said, well, that's fantastic. Do you know what's funny is that I'm a girl who people used to call a tomboy because I liked all the boy stuff when I was little. And you know what's weird? I still do really like the boy stuff. I like football. I like riding a motorcycle. I like to do a lot of stuff that boys traditionally like to do. But you know what else? Never was confused about thinking if I was a boy or a girl. Always knew I was a girl and loved being a girl. So you can be a girl and feel any way you want, or you can figure out what it is. And I'm like rambling and rambling. And she said, are you done? Are you done?
Okay, so correct me if I'm wrong, right? Rosie O'Donnell is a part of the LGBTQ community, correct? And I think the lady who plays Blossom, I think she is as well, right? And they're just having a conversation. Now, I could be wrong about Blossom. It's been a minute, right? Um, but Rosie O'Donnell is referring to, I guess, one of her family members or a relative, a small relative that she was talking to, and uh, that relative stated that, my toys are, non-binary and, all of that stuff, right? And she was basically telling her, like, you got time, right? You can figure out whatever it is that you want to be. You don't specifically have to be one thing. And then, but she used herself as an example, because she is a part of the LGBTQ community. And she was stating that, okay, well, the funny thing is that, I'm a girl and I've always been a girl, but people called me a tomboy because I like the things that, you know, guys liked, basically stating that she already knew who she was. She knew who she liked, who she loved, who she was going to be with, but she did not allow other people to directly try to insinuate or try to give her brandings, right? So she's basically trying to tell that little child that, yo, you can figure out whatever it is that you want to be, but all this other type of stuff dealing with these brandings and all this other type of stuff, that's other people specifically trying to tell you what it is that you are and what it is that you are not, right? It's you. The only person in life that can tell you who you are is you. Anything else, anything from the outside, that is not you. Those are influences. Those are people throwing insinuations, right? That's clear cut why Rosie O'Donnell used herself as an example. Now, again, I'm just trying to figure out what specifically about her comment. And again, this is coming from a woman who was a part of the LGBT. Um, and I think she was out for years, for decades, right? Um, what about her statement does the trans community specifically have a problem with? Because she didn't say anything wrong. She didn't say anything against the trans community. She's not trying to, push any type of loathing or disliking or anything like that in their direction. She was simply explaining a conversation that she had. And for whatever reason, people are up in arms and people have some type of a problem with that, as if she's doing some type of harm to somebody, which she's not. Again, nothing in that conversation that she had was harmful. She didn't say anything wrong. She didn't throw anybody under the bus or anything of that nature. The thing that I'm starting to realize is that within the LGBTQ community, um, there is a lot of disagreements that are taking place, that are happening. And you have a lot of the older LGBT, right, who have been here, right, who have seen, done everything, right? You have a lot of the older ones speaking against the younger generation. And a lot of the pushback that ends up happening inevitably is coming from the younger generation. It's not coming from the older generation who are part of the LGBT. It's not coming from a George Takei. It's not coming from a Rosie O'Donnell, right? It's not coming from a RuPaul, right? It's not coming from any of those individuals who have been here, right? In a sense, depending on the age of somebody who's younger, twice over their age, right? It's coming from the younger generation because the older generation have been here so long that they have heard and seen a variety of things, right? So they have a certain type of comfortability that they have that they've directly grown into. So whatever it is that people want to say is not going to affect them because again, they've heard everything. There's nothing that you can tell them or say to them that's going to make them shed a tear, right? But if it comes down to the younger generation, they're like, well, we don't like what it is that you stated. Case in point, Rosie O'Donnell. So we're going to cancel you, or we're going to, try to cancel you, right? We're going to try to silence what it is that you are saying because we find it harmful in some type of way, shape, fashion, or form. And we feel that this is going to cause, further issues, in between the trans community and, other people directly out here. That's the main thing that is always stated, that is always directly said. And again, my main thing is a question. What specifically did Rosie O'Donnell state? What did she state that is harmful? What did she state that is traumatic? What did she state that can cause, any type of harm to anybody out here? Because I'm not hearing it. I'm not seeing it at all. I'm really not. Now, I'm pretty sure you might have some people that'll say, well, that's because you're a straight male. You can't sit up there and see a lot of things and all this. Like I said, it is what it is, whatever. But again, this is a person that is a part of the community, that has advocated for the community. She's gone to, marches, parades. I think she's even done some stuff within some other, things within the community as well. So again, this is somebody who has given a lot, right? Who has shouldered a lot, just like the Ellens, directly out here, right? Those are technically the main two women who are the part of the LGBT, Rosie O'Donnell and Ellen, during the 90s, who came out during that time frame when it was unpopular to do any of that, right? Women like that set up there and in a sense, open doors for a lot of the younger ones that are out here who are trying to, cancel a Rosie O'Donnell, or who want to say something negative about what it is that Rosie O'Donnell has said, or what RuPaul has said, or any of the other ones out here who are part of the LGBT. So again, I find this is, it's just straight foolishness. This is 1,000% a straight foolishness that is going on. And the main thing that I sit up there and say is this: for those who are a part of the trans community, you guys are going to end up doing, more harm for your cause by continuously going after your own people who are underneath that rainbow umbrella. The moment in time that y'all decide that y'all want to, go after one of your own, you want to sit up there and attack one of your own and different things like that, you want to cause some type of issues, that's what's going to hurt. Whatever it is that you're trying to do, that's what is going to hurt. It ain't going to hurt nothing else. Like I keep sitting up there telling people before, you know, you are the worst enemy to you. Nobody else can be a bigger enemy to you than you. Nobody else knows you better than you. And nobody else can really take you down but you. So, like I said, it is what it is.